mostly the start of the week, we kind of got to know each other. We got to know different art forms and what people like to do and what the project was like wanting. So our role, or my role, was to kind of figure out how I could use my talents or my interests in the project and figuring out which one would fit with me and fit with what I would like to do and contribute with.
I've been discovering Latvia for the first time. Didn't really know what I was going to, what to expect. Got introduced to a wonderful workspace, creative space at the school, and met a lot of wonderful people. Both the experts from Norway, but also the experts from Latvia. It was just wonderful.
Different people and different artists, like from different places, work totally different ways from each other, and that was oddly surprising.
But in this sense, you know, there was language barriers, cultural barriers. I felt that through the art we were able to connect. We didn't need the words always.
Šīs nedēļas laikā ielīt galvā tas, ka tiešām ir jācīnās par to, ko tu gribi radīt, un pie tajā arī tā kā visu laiku kā lokomotīvē ir jātrec uz priekšu un jādarbojas ar to, kas tev patīk, un jārunā ar cilvēkiem, un jāstrādā, jāmeklē iespējas un jārada pašam.
Ko es ar savu kolēģi cenšamies izdarīt, dot jauniešiem iespēju nevien tikai taisīt, bet arī piedalīties tajā pašā konceptu domāšanā.
And I was thinking that I would do a lot of painting and more practical stuff, but I ended up being a lot in the studio and editing, and that was a new and fun experience.
Mūzikas veidošana, cik tas ir tomēr tāds process, kur ne katram viņš pielec.
I mean, being in the studio in general and like actually recording my voice, that was something new I've never done before. So it was like really scary at first because you have all these people like focusing on you and you have to perform. But it was a good experience. I loved it.
We managed to get the students just really in a creative setting, atmosphere. And just everybody is oozing, dripping of ideas. I make it a point to work with young people.
When you have this kind of curiosity and patience, there's so many things that easily happen. I mean, it's about human connection in a way, and that is a quite general thing. So if you allow that to be the basis of the collaboration, I think, it will work.
When people disagree and when you're supposed to come up with an idea and you start to think like realistically and, you know, think about the budget and what can we do, you should just like shoot for the stars and, you know, probably land in some other country, you know, just like not be too pessimistic about your abilities and what you can do with your resources.
Tāpēc, ka mēs jau tāpat visi esam cilvēki un visiem ir idejas un visi, ko mēs tā kā radām. Un, teiksim, kā man kā mākslas darba radītājiem, kas it kā ņem šīs daudzās idejas, kā viņas atspoguļot vienā un lai tas it kā sanāk, tas ir tas, ko es tā kā domāju, vai kā viņi tā kā samazināt uz to vienu ideju tā, lai tas ir tā kā pilnīgi saprotams, kas tas ir, kas tur beigās būs.
Viņi dalās ar savu pieredzi, mēs dalāmies ar savu, un tad mēs kopā veidojam kaut ko unikālu. Jā, un tas pats arī ir no profesionāļa puses, ka viņi dalās ar savu pieredzi, savām idejām, ar saviem redzējumiem. Un mēs mācāmies no viņiem, viņi mācās no mums, un noteikti tāda apmaiņa ar kreatīvā procesa laikā.
I've also loved seeing what the other groups have done because I'm so focused on my group that I sometimes forget that it's 5 projects in total. I think it's so cool when I see whatever everybody else does. So that has been really interesting. I went up to Veronica's group one day and they were projecting light onto black fabric, and then when you cast a shadow you can see what's on the fabric. It was really cool. I love that.
I knew this kind of, but I got it in my head that you don't really need to stay in one type of art or genre. You can just, if you want to add music to your sculptures, you can just do that. And if you want to add sculptures to your music, you can just do that. So it's kind of you can mix and match.
I feel I learned a lot about processes and how to have a form of what to do when and how to communicate with people and the importance of that.
Es noteikti uzlaboju savas spējas sadarboties ar citiem cilvēkiem. Būtībā tā komunikācija un profesionāļu sadarbība kopīgam mērķim.
It's always like, yeah, all the work and everything we have accomplished is great, but it's always like the people I think I will remember the most.
I have always taken the philosophy of let's make their first experience something incredibly special, because that feeling will continue through their life. You know, I feel that when I work with music, I'm 20 years old, you know? So these kids help to remind me why I'm doing it in the first place.
Playing tennis in our backyard, the ball's going so hard that you can't see if it goes so far that it reaches the stars. Since I'm an astronaut, I will land in Bahura while looking at myself in the mirror. Will I look for the hope?